Welcome to Your World Within. I'm Eddie Pinero, and in this episode, we're going to take a look at a video being released on my channel today called A Box of Plans, and really examine the concept that if you wait for the perfect moment, you will be waiting the rest of your life. So I found a quote that says, "The universe doesn't give you what you ask for with your thoughts. It gives you what you demand with your actions." Here's another one. "There is no fate that plans men's lives. Whatever comes to us, good or bad, is usually the result of our own action or lack of action." And so the video I'm going to play in a second here, an audio bite, right, a clip from the video, takes this idea and makes it physical. Sometimes, the things we do, knowingly or unknowingly, when you make it tangible and you're able to tell a concrete story with a narrative, it helps you realize, maybe I'm missing the mark here. And that's why I love to represent some of these things that way, because, we don't realize what we don't realize sometimes, right? And so the idea behind this video is there's the character has a box of plans under his bed. And, just things that he's always wanted to do written down on paper, folded away, and he takes them out from time to time and he thinks about them, talks about them. They seem real, right? There's this sort of excitement when you look at them because you realize that that's what could be. Yet every day when you pull that box out, nothing's there but paper, right? And so much of life is talking about these things that, and it's not even like they're pushed away in the background. Like, a lot of things that we want to do, we think about every day. Maybe we even make tiny action towards, but, ultimately it's not big enough, right? I was thinking about this with YouTube, my YouTube channel. That's why I made the changes that I've made. It's like, I'd love to hit 1 million subs, just because it would, represent the hard work and represent something that I love to do and that I'm passionate about and that I care about. It's a benchmark, right? And I know at this current rate, it wouldn't happen until my late 30s. And to me, that's unacceptable, right? And I kept telling myself every day, like, well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm making steps, But is it, right? Or is it a plan that lives in a box under the bed, right? If you want something, you need to immerse yourself into it, and action is always going to supersede plans, right? And, I understand that planning is critical. You don't want to be wandering around in the dark, but if planning is a car, action is the wheels, right? The doer usually gets further than the thinker, because the thinker stays there in thought and the doer creates through trial and error, through ups and downs, wins and losses, some type of progression. You fall on your face more than the person that never leaves, but you also get up and you learn and you build. And so that's the message here, is that in this box of plans is hope. And it's the potential to do the spectacular. It's the potential to change your life. But until you step out your door, it's nothing. It's pieces of paper in a box on a shelf. It's conversation you have with your friends, your family. It's things you think about when you wake up or when you go to bed, but it's not real. And to make something real requires the courage to not know, right? To attack something without knowing, maybe even the specific trajectory. You just that's what life is. If we had all the answers, what would be the point, right? So I'm gonna play a clip, And, like I said, the video will be released today. I still have quite a bit of editing to do, so I'm thinking early afternoon, mid-afternoon, but it'll be out there, and I hope you enjoy it. Definitely let me know, in the comments what you think. I always love hearing from you guys, and appreciate your feedback and consistent support. So grateful for that. If you enjoy this podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me get it out to the world. Appreciate it, and I will catch you tomorrow. I always believed that possibilities were infinite, that nothing was off limits. And so I collected in this box my plans. And man, I had such a full agenda, right? If you look inside, you could see them. That one in the back, that was the plan I made to leave my job and start over. And there, that was where I was going to build a better relationship with my sisters. That one, that was piano. I was going to learn to play piano. And that one, that's where I was going to move to a little cottage on the lake. I've always dreamed of seeing the sunrise over the water. And that's where I was going to start the business and begin a family. That's where I'd run my first marathon. But time slipped away, and plans seemed to accumulate. The box became more and more full, and I started to